Fagel's clarification, appeals still on. Mark Fagel, a former SEC attorney, recently took to social media to clear up rampant misinformation. Contrary to whispers about secret SEC meetings or automatic dismissal, Ripple has not yet withdrawn its cross-appeal. Neither party has dismissed its appeal. They will presumably do so jointly once the SEC votes to approve dismissal. At that point, the penalty will go to the U.S. Treasury, Fagel explained. In other words, both Ripple and the SEC must file joint motions to drop their appeals before Judge Analisa Torres's May 2023 ruling becomes binding. Why the SEC vote matters and takes time. You might be wondering, why wait? The SEC's own internal procedures require a formal vote by commissioners before an appeal is withdrawn. Fagel noted that in enforcement cases, the commissioners need to meet and approve, a process that usually spans weeks. Rumors about 4 closed-door discussions? Fagel dismissed those as fantasy. There's no record of multiple secret SEC meetings. The case is in the hands of the Court of Appeals until both sides act. Ripple's cross-appeal and escrowed penalty. Recall that Ripple deposited its $125 million penalty in escrow following Judge Torres's ruling. Yet those funds remain locked until the appeals officially end. Despite some chatter suggesting the penalty was forwarded to the U.S. Treasury, Fagel confirmed it's still held by Ripple's legal counsel. If you appreciate cutting through the noise, tap like, subscribe, and comment XRP final below. Let's keep this community informed and ahead of the curve. XRP price reaction and market volatility. While the lawsuit limbo continues, XRP's price has slid 4.8% over 24 hours and 4% this week, trading around $2.90. A $756 million liquidation wave in the past day underscores the market's fragility, but there's a hidden uptrend tied to the US dollar index, DXY. Analyst Aljara highlights that XRP rallied to $3.80 in 2017, 18th as DXY fell from 103.8 to 88. Similarly, XRP hit $1.96 in 2021 when DXY dropped to 89. Technical breakout targets, symmetrical triangle and $14 vision. Mickey Bull Crypto, a prominent chart analyst, points to a symmetrical triangle forming over recent months. A clean break above that pattern's upper trend line could catapult XRP toward $14. That's a 380% upside from current levels. Combine that with DXY-driven momentum and the removal of legal overhang, and you have a recipe for explosive gains. But remember, confirmation matters. Balancing optimism and risk. Of course, no thesis is bulletproof. Risks include regulatory reversals if the SEC delays beyond August 15th status report, market sentiment turning bearish on macro headwinds, false breakouts in symmetrical patterns, smart traders set stops below the triangle's base, $2.70, and size positions for a 2-3x reward-to-risk ratio if targets align. Why this matters for XRP's future. The Ripple versus SEC saga isn't just legal drama, it's a market-moving event that shapes how institutions view XRP. Once appeals vanish, expect renewed ETF pushes, broader exchange listings, and potentially a fresh bull phase. If this video sharpened your understanding, like, subscribe, and share your take. Do you believe $14 is on the horizon, or is the legal risk too great? Let's discuss. Next up, I'll break down the top 5 XRP-based DeFi platforms poised to benefit once the lawsuit closes. Hit that link on screen, don't miss it. This is TJ Crypto World, where crypto clarity wins.